My name is Adam, and the night my wife told me to sleep in the guest room was the moment everything changed, not because I fought back, but because I didn't. It started with something small, a dinner I forgot to confirm with her parents. She had asked me a few days before, and I said I'd handle it. Then work got crazy, and I let it slip. That evening, she came home holding grocery bags, eyes sharp. "You didn't call them, did you?" she said. I paused. "No. I forgot. I'll do it now." She slammed the bags on the counter. "Of course you did, Adam. You always forget when it's about my family." That wasn't true, but it didn't matter. I stayed quiet, letting her vent. But she wasn't just angry about dinner. It was bigger than that, weeks of little things piling up, words unsaid, expectations unmet. After a few minutes, she crossed her arms and said coldly, "You can sleep in the guest room tonight." For a second, I just looked at her. Then I nodded. "Okay." She blinked. "That's it? No argument?" I shook my head. "No. If that's what you need right now, that's fine." I picked up a pillow and walked to the guest room without another word. The silence that followed was deafening. I lay there in the dim light, staring at the ceiling, thinking about how strange it felt, how two people who once whispered, "I love you," at 2 a.m. could become strangers over something as simple as dinner. But I didn't feel angry. I just felt done pretending that fighting made things better. The next morning, I woke up early, made coffee, and left for work before she got up. I didn't text. I didn't call. By evening, she texted me. "Are you still mad?" I replied, "I'm not mad. Just thinking." She didn't respond. That night, when I came home, she was sitting at the kitchen table. Dinner untouched. "Thinking about what?" she asked quietly. I sat across from her. "About how we stopped talking to each other and started talking at each other. I'm not angry, but I'm tired of playing who's right and who's wrong." Her eyes softened a little. "So, you think this is my fault?" I shook my head. "No. I think it's ours. But I can't keep fixing everything by apologizing for the sake of peace. I'll say sorry when I've done wrong, not because silence makes you uncomfortable." She looked away, tears forming. "I just wanted you to care enough to fight for us." I sighed. "I've been fighting, Sarah. I just decided to stop using anger as my weapon." The room went quiet again. She whispered, "You didn't even ask to come back to our room." I smiled sadly. "Because I want you to invite me, not because I beg." That line seemed to break something inside her. She stood up slowly, walked around the table, and sat beside me. "I didn't mean to push you away," she said softly. "I just felt like you didn't listen." "I'm listening now," I said. "I always have been. Maybe I just stopped shouting loud enough for you to hear it." A tear rolled down her cheek. "I'm sorry, Adam. For everything, for making love feel like a debate." I reached out and held her hand. "And I'm sorry for forgetting what matters to you. But we have to stop treating each other like opponents. I'm your husband, not your rival." That night, I went back to our room. She didn't say anything, just leaned her head on my shoulder as we sat in bed, the glow of the bedside lamp filling the silence that once felt unbearable. It wasn't perfect. We still had work to do, therapy, honest conversations, rebuilding trust. But something had shifted. She finally understood that calm doesn't mean careless, and quiet doesn't mean weak. A few weeks later, she told me something that stuck. "You know," she said with a faint smile, "when I told you to sleep in the guest room, I thought you'd explode. But your calm reply, it scared me more than anger ever could. It made me realize how close I was to losing you." I smiled gently. "You never lost me. You just stopped looking where I was." She leaned her head on my chest and whispered, "Not anymore." That night, I learned something powerful, that love doesn't always survive through apologies or arguments. Sometimes, it survives through stillness, through the choice to stop defending yourself and start understanding each other. Because sometimes, saying nothing isn't surrender. It's strength.